Tuesday also marks the first Martyrs' Day in China. The day recalls the sacrifices of Chinese citizens over the years. CCTV's Guoxiu takes us to a war museum in Beijing, where many were remembering those who've lost their lives.
This museum in southwestern Beijing is dedicated to China's war against Japan from 1931 to 1945. People from across the country come here, especially on national holidays and the special memorial days, to remember and reflect on the horrors of war and the sacrifices of the martyrs.
The museum is a must-see for many Chinese people. In addition to visits by individuals, groups from companies, schools, and residential communities regularly come to the museum. So far this year, 600,000 visitors have visited the museum. Gao Wenming comes from the northeast of China, from one of the areas that was the first to be invaded by the Japanese in 1931.
The martyrs gave up their lives so we could live happily. We will never forget their sacrifice.
The museum is a walk through history, a history that a lot of the older visitors are all too familiar with.
I hate the Japanese. When I was young, I saw Japanese soldiers. There wasn't any evil thing they didn't commit. I hate them.
Some young couples take their children to the museum to ensure they know about the sacrifice of the famous martyrs. A lesson from the past that these children should know.
The children should know the period when China was humiliated. If they know this, they will always have a desire in them to do better for the nation. I have taken my child to many war museums so they know about history. This will only help them in the future.
And to give a vivid impression to primary school students, teachers bring them here to explain to them the meaning of the red scarves they are wearing.
I understand now. The flag is printed red with the revolution martyr's blood.
Even though many names here might be unfamiliar to visitors at first, it's the spirit they embody that permeates through the hallowed spaces of the museum. Guoxiu, CCTV, Beijing.